we'll just go ahead and transition from draft into the actual NBA. Just a couple things. Um, do we want to just wait? Because I'm sure one of our most hated is Kyrie Irving. It just has to be.
I'm confused why we hating Kyrie though.
Because he ruined basketball for Luka. It's a direct quote.
I mean, we're like, hey,
I'm gonna fucking verbatim.
Hey, bro, he literally said, "I'm not having fun playing basketball." What changed?
Especially,
psycho.
Let's not even talk about the fact that today, this motherfucker Luka dropped like 40, 12, and 8, and they lost to a team that is starting Steve Mackay, Luke, and Dennis Smith Jr.
Did y'all watch that game?
Embarrassing.
Dennis Smith hit that dagger though.
Bro, there was a few things like they did in that game, and I always thought like putting a point guard next to Luka is not the way to do it. And if you like, there's a couple things the Hornets did, and I just couldn't have been more right about my thought process on that. I just couldn't have been more right.
You cannot lose to Steve Mackay, Luke. I'm sorry,
bro. Like they both need the ball in their hands. So like one has it. It reminds me of Russ and KD, where like KD would have the ball and Russ would just stand there. Russ would have the ball, KD would just stand there.
Yeah, and it's different because that's always been my concern is Luka is nice as hell. And obviously I'm not going to necessarily put the blame on him because of Kyrie's past. However,
I will.
There is a difference when we're talking about a guy who's arguably going to finish his career with like the highest usage rate ever. And like at a certain point, bro, like
I put my blame on him.
You got to take it down a few notches. You just do.
So like, I don't think he does.
Yeah, he not though. Bro, like it's not all Kyrie, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I guess we can blame it on Kyrie, but fuck that. Hold on, what happened? We good? My bad. And he locked me in quick.
Yeah, he was like, "Shit, let me pull up something, bro."
I was trying to pull up the stats. Got a little ad.
No, like my thing is like, I just think Luka does like if he wants to win a ring, I think he does have to take the ball out of his hands just a little more. I'm not saying like crazy, but like, bro, his usage rate is like what, fucking 37% or some shit.
Outrageous. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what I was looking up, and I closed it that way we don't get flagged on the podcast. But
no free promo.
Huh?
Said no free promo.
No free promo. I also don't want this shit to get, what's that shit? The video rights or whatever. But anyway, I was trying to find his usage rate since Kyrie got there. I know they're 6 and 9 together, like when both are on the court. But I don't think Luka has to change shit. I think, bro, if you go into someone else's team, not everybody gonna be Steph. Not everybody gonna be Ron. Like you have to. You're going to Luka's team.
See, I think that's really the root of Kyrie's issues, though. Is the reason he quote unquote left Cleveland in the first place was because he wanted his own team. He went to Boston. He figured out quickly that was going to be Tatum's team. So he was like, "Well, shit, I got to go somewhere else." Then he goes to the Nets because him and KD are best friends. And then he's like, well, shit, KD said this was going to be my team, but this is really KD's team. It's just like, bro, like.
I don't think he wants his own team anymore.
Yeah.
For what it's worth.
See,
like,
but
I think that's why he left Boston.
I think that he tells himself he doesn't want his own team, but he still has the mentality of someone who wants their own team, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, that's the issue is he's selfish. Like it's not anything like he's a phenomenal basketball player. It has nothing to do with on the court. He's a selfish douchebag. What it is.
I also just couldn't agree more about the fit. I mean, the way that Luka Doncic gets his two is an elite scoring and defending wing. That's like what you put beside Luka.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they traded their whole defense, bro. They traded the whole camp for this dude.
If Kyrie was shooting better, I think it'd be different. Like you can trap Luka at the top, and because Kyrie's not shooting that well, that's all the Hornets did. They just trapped him, and then he would swing it to Kyrie, and Kyrie didn't really have nothing he could do with the ball.
Yeah, it's
unfortunate over there. It's good it's good for us though. I ain't played it.
This is the next thing to talk about. So these playoff races are nutty in different ways.
Wait,
The
can I say one
West,
more thing? Can I say one more thing on Kyrie? I want everyone out there to know that I knew the moment he didn't play basketball because of the vaccine that he would never accomplish anything in life. And I want everyone to know that maybe I agreed with his stance. However, if someone came up to me and said, Only Haters will be the #1 podcast in the world, if you get this shot, I'm going to get the shot. You know what I mean? Like, that is the difference. Like, they were the favorites to win the championship. He chose not to play. Like, I don't disagree with his stance necessarily. I personally am vaccinated, but like clearly, if you look at the laws that have happened since, like he was correct. Congrats, Kyrie. You won. But you know what? You didn't win, douchebag? An NBA championship. You could have won both.
And yeah, see, that's my thing is like, as a vaccinated person, like, bro, I did that shit without any bread on the line.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we talking millions, and we talking playing with Kevin Durant and James Harden. Like, bro, did y'all see the stat where Michael, bro, that shit?
Crazy.
What was the exact stat?
So Cam, Mikal, and who's Dorian Finney-Smith?
Yep.
No, Dinwiddie. My bad.
Dinwiddie.
Prior to today, I know they played today. I don't know what it was. They played 366 minutes together on the Nets. Harden, Kyrie, and KD played 365.
Oh my God.
That's comedic.
Bro.
That's terrible.
At every turn, Kyrie wasn't there. Like Harden played on a strained hamstring, like a grade 2 strained hamstring in that Bucks series. Kyrie no show. I understand he had a sprained ankle, but like, if you ask me which one I think you could play on, I would assume it's the sprained fucking ankle.
Yep.
And then he doesn't show up the next season. And then last playoffs, they get swept, right? By y'all? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
With no Ben Simmons. And then this year, bro, like dead ass, the world was going to be in Kyrie's hand. Stay in Brooklyn. KD's on the way back. Keep playing the way you're playing. You got them to the 4 seed. KD comes back. You probably rise the ranks. They're playing really good. Like
KD was like the front runner for MVP at that time.
Bro, they were playing really good. And you demand a trade overnight. You turned down $194 million. You demand a trade overnight. You lost everything, my guy. Congrats.
Yep. It's literally like at this point, if he hasn't woken up to what the reality is, he's just never going to. And we just kind of have to accept that that's just who he is as a locker room guy. Not as a player, because as a player, he's
fantastic.
He's great. But as a locker room guy, like, bro, P, I'm going to just be honest with you. Like, I would be hoping and praying that he does not become a Los Angeles Laker.
They already said they're not in on that.
Yeah, that means they are. By the way, that means they've been talking to him all week.
Yep. Smoke screen. They smoke screen India.
Kyrie getting full 8 hours of sleep. He know he can go to LA.
So this is where it gets kind of nuts. So the Eastern Conference playoff race is nutty at the top. The Western Conference is nutty in that 6 to 10 spot. Like, the way teams are bouncing is crazy.
They out the playoffs now, right? Mid-re in them?
Yeah, they are. They're officially a game out. Which
they were 11 for a minute.
To be fair, let me see it, because they're not going to make a run, but damn, the Thunder are fun to watch.
I've done a complete 360 on Kyrie. I defended him for the longest. I still think that suspension for what he did this year was crazy.
Yeah.
I was even on his side demanding a trade. Like, if you felt disrespected, like, bro, now it's him. Like, third team in a row, 4th if you want to count Cleveland. I personally don't, because of 2016. And like, to this day, bro, I know we about to talk about it. I was getting full 8 hours of sleep when it came to Bron. Kyrie was keeping me up at night in them last couple games. So, but his 3rd straight team. If my son Luka says he's not having fun playing basketball, I gotta take Luka's side, bro.
Especially with what we've seen from Luka in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
That's not a guy that it'd be easy to suck the life out of when it comes to playing basketball.
If you thought you were going to put some fucking hippie moron in a locker room with a real Serbian and things would go okay, yeah. I promise you, he came in with one of them candles waving it around, and Luka took it.
Yeah, something like that.
This incense, bro. You
Yeah, he tried to do that incense bullshit. Luka said, "Nah, we're not doing that one in here, pimp."
I mean,
I can't believe that though. He sounded like Odell in 2018.
And Luka playing that bullshit, bro. Luka Hooper show up and hoop, and he not one of them like KD hoopers where he claims to be a hooper because he don't want to talk to nobody about like the decisions he's made. He's a hooper.